Part 7. God's Great Sign. God gave Moses a message for his people. Moses told God's people to take lambs and sacrifice them. He told them to put the blood over their doors. The blood of the lamb was God's great sign. That night, the Lord took the lives of the firstborn in the homes that did not have God's great sign. Many Egyptians died that night, but the Lord did not take their lives of the firstborn in the homes that had blood over the doors. God passed over those families, the ones of Israel. At last, Pharaoh stopped pretending to be God. He listened to God and told God's people, "Go." Can you see the grandpas and grandmas, the men and the women, the children and the grandchildren, and all the flocks and the herds all going? God did keep his promise to Abraham. He did make him into a great nation. When God's people left Egypt, there was almost 1 million of them. Do you know what God did next? God gave this great nation his good word. Moses went up on the mountaintop to meet with God. The mountain shook and lightning flashed. God spoke to Moses, and then Moses told the people all that God had said. Moses told them how to love God. He told them to love others. He told them how to live as God's people, and to make sure that no one would forget. Moses had God's words written down in God's holy book. But do you know what happened? Something sad. God's people still forgot God's word. Many of them doubted that God's word was good. Many of them disobeyed God's word, and many of them did not let God be king over them. So God punished his people. He made them live in the desert for a long, long time. But after 40 years, God was ready to keep another part of his promise. God was ready to bring his people into their own land. That's it for tonight.